Olá, tudo bem com você? Ótima terça-feira, dia 7 de janeiro de 2025. E está chegando um grande dia para todo mundo, a entrada do Donald Trump ao governo norte-americano. E você já está sabendo também que todo mundo de esquerda está apavoradíssimo. Governos de esquerda caindo. Trudeau no Canadá, o primeiro-ministro da Alemanha caindo, e outros vão cair também. Inclusive, o, o amigo do Molusco ladrão na Venezuela também está apavorado. E você sabe que ele está tão apavorado que ele quer seu opositor, o Gonzales, seja preso. Só que o presidente eleito, Gonzales, ele foi recebido pelo atual presidente americano, o Joe Biden, e anunciou o seu apoio incondicional ao Gonzales, com certeza o vencedor verdadeiro das eleições venezuelanas do ano passado. Tá joia? Enquanto isso, gente, a coisa tá pior, tá ficando horrível para a esquerda. Sabe o presidente da Meta, Facebook, Instagram, o WhatsApp, ele viu que se ele ficar do lado contrário, ele vai se ferrar. Ou seja, vai levar umas boas cintadas na bunda, nas pernas, porque ele sempre foi opositor do Donald Trump. Fez críticas ferrenhas contra o mesmo e agora viu que se ele não muda de lado, as coisas vão piorar para o lado dele. Então, a grande imprensa aqui brasileira vai estar dizendo que ele está copiando as ideias do Elon Musk, ou seja, apoiar Donald Trump. Pois é, ainda bem que vai apoiar Donald Trump de qualquer forma, tá certo? Eu vou pedir para você se inscrever aqui no canal, coloque o sininho da notificação ativada para não perder os próximos vídeos, compartilhe, comente, deixe um like bem bacana pra gente e também nos ajude, com qualquer valor que seja, através da nossa chave Pix Adriano, João2013@com. Faça sua pequena singela doação, que a gente precisa muito da sua ajuda, tá certo? Eu vou pôr aqui o depoimento do Mark Zuckerberg. A reportagem é da Rádio Ratiaia. Beleza? Vamos embora aí. Assiste aí pra gente entender.
I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse. What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far. So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms. Third, we're changing how we enforce our policies to reduce the mistakes that account for the vast majority of censorship on our platforms. We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now, we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations. And for lower severity violations, we're going to rely on someone reporting an issue before we take action. The problem is that the filters make mistakes, and they take down a lot of content that they shouldn't. So by dialing them back, we're going to dramatically reduce the amount of censorship on our platforms. We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff. It will also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take down. Fourth, we're bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. But it feels like we're in a new era now, and we're starting to get feedback that people want to see this content again. So we're going to start phasing this back into Facebook, Instagram, and Threads while working to keep the communities friendly and positive. Fifth, we're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas. As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our teams. Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The US has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world. Europe has an ever-increasing number of laws institutionalizing censorship and making it difficult to build anything innovative. Latin American countries have secret courts that can order companies to quietly take things down. China has censored our apps from even working in the country. The only way that we can push back on this global trend is with the support of the US government. And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship. By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further. Now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it. It'll take time to get this right, and these are complex systems. They're never going to be perfect. There's also a lot of illegal stuff that we still need to work very hard to remove. But the bottom line is that after years of having our content moderation work focus primarily on removing content, it is time to focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our systems, and getting back to our roots about giving people a voice. I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Stay good out there, and more to come soon.
Opa, deixa eu colocar aqui, abaixa aqui. Então, conforme ele falou, ele vai mudar os algoritmos da Meta, porque ele vai retirar, ou seja, cancelar o sistema de checagem, que dizia na época que tudo que falava mal do governo nacional, o presidente, o primeiro-ministro, seria tudo checado e falado que era tudo mentira. O que aconteceu aqui no Brasil? Que tudo que a gente produzia, as verdades sobre o governo do MOLUSCO, das eleições, falando que o Maduro é amigão do MOLUSCO, falava que era mentira, era amigo do Daniel Ortega, da Nicarágua também, não podia falar, enfim, tudo aquelas coisas que a gente podia falar, melhor, não podia falar, senão a gente seria censurado ou mesmo preso, tá certo? Eu vou indo aqui, peço desculpas por qualquer coisa, porque fica passando aqui mensagem aqui de X, é porque, sei lá. Bom, vou indo, peço que você se inscreva no canal, coloque o sininho da notificação ativada, para não perder os próximos vídeos, compartilhe bastante, comente bastante, deixe um like, e nos ajude com qualquer valor, que seja, através da nossa chave Pix, Adriano, João2013@com, estará na descrição, é só você fazer sua pequena e singela doação. Ok? Um forte abraço, até o próximo vídeo, tchau, tchau, fui.